Kirk Jerome Ezekiel Cousins, quarterback of the Minnesota Fighting Vikings, is indeed the Rodney Dangerfield of the National Football League. Can't get no respect. Even though people may not like it, but this is what peak performance looks like. Yeah, that's right. Even though Kirk Cousins this offseason is going to be good to go. Captain check down is no more. That's right. He's going to take these broken wings and learn how to fly as the Vikings offense is going to get itself going. But The Athletic, they did up their annual quarterback tiers where they survey 50 NFL executives and coaches. So it's similar to the ESPN rankings that they do every year, except no players are involved in this one. So it's all coaches and front office people. And, of course, Kirk Jerome Ezekiel Cousins gets disrespected. He ends up number 15 overall at the quarterback position. And this is an excerpt from it via our guy Chad Graff. A head coach called Cousins very skilled but suffering in natural leadership. Now, natural leadership, sure. What does that even mean? In Washington, was he a leader? Maybe. Here in Minnesota, early on, it did seem like he was the new kid in school. So, like, is it Kirk just as a quarterback supposed to come in to a very veteran-laden team, a team that just gone to the NFC title game, just be like, this is my team now. If you don't like that, you got to leave. Probably not, but we have seen Kirk Cousins become more and more vocal, become more and more of a leader in the last couple of seasons. Now, could, as Lieber alluded to, Zimmer not liking Cousins, did that affect his ability to lead? Yes, I think it did. Where some players that may have been on the fence about following Kirk or not, if they see that Zimmer clearly didn't like him, clearly didn't trust him, why would you? So that is gone now. I don't think his players would die for him, this coach said. Okay. Name a player where you would literally and physically die for them in this league. It's like, hey, Tom Brady, thanks for the rings. I'm not going to perish for you. Ain't going to do that, man. Wow. A primetime victory against Pittsburgh in which Cousins completed 14 of 31 passes lingered in the mind of one voter. They ran the ball straight up Pittsburgh's ass, and he made about 3 throws the whole game. A couple outstanding throws, but other than that, he was terrible, the voter said. One of his deep throws, the receiver pushes the DB in the back. I'm thinking, this is not the guy you're going to win a championship with. So he's talking about that Thursday night game where the Vikings almost gave the game away because, Dalvin completely dominated that game. Where Dalvin had dealt with an injury, came in and was just dominant, man. Just dominant. It was a fantastic game. Pittsburgh almost came all the way back. But, of course, it was Kirk Cousins' throws. It wasn't the piss-poor defense. It wasn't playing prevent defense that allowed Pittsburgh to almost come back and have one of the more embarrassing comebacks in National Football League history put on the Vikings. That wasn't that. It was, Kirk Cousins missed a couple throws. Now, went back and looked at that game. He wasn't elite by any stretch. He did make a couple nice throws. He wasn't overall great. But your point of that game, just because it's on national TV and just because the Vikings had a near collapse, just putting that in Kirk Cousins, okay, sure. An offensive coach said he'd rather have Cousins than Matt Ryan at this stage. Yes! Thank goodness. Yeah, the corpse of Matt Ryan go to Indianapolis. Like, everyone thinks that he's the cat's ass right now. No. Quote, I think Kirk has been playing consistently at a very high level, the coach said. Kirk right now is a more consistent passer than Matt. Both are learning new systems, but Kirk is not learning teammates, doing all that stuff, whereas Matt is, and this is new for Matt. I just think that there's more things in place for Kirk where he's more comfortable, and it would be a little bit more of a seamless transition. Yes, and also, he's not necessarily learning a new offense from scratch. Him and Kevin O'Connell go way back like chiropractic, and yes, O'Connell's offense, I'm sure, has morphed and added a few things from his time in Los Angeles with Sean McVay, but Kevin O'Connell's talked about that they're keeping the verbiage from Washington. They're making things as simple as possible, and Cousins has been diving in to this new offense, and so is the rest of the offensive personnel. So I think they're going to be able to hit the ground running, and plus, so it's not even the caliber of the quarterback this guy gets into. It's a more situation. It's like, oh, Matt Ryan learning new offense with the Colts and new teammates. Baloney, man. But I understand. We're not going to put all the rankings out there since it's behind the paywall, and this is the excerpt that's been posted on social media. But Kirk Cousins behind Dak Prescott, which, I don't know. We talked about here. We do consider Kirk Cousins and Dak to be on a similar plane, except Dak has had the benefit of better offensive minds around him, as well as a better offensive line, and also to a degree, has had fantastic skill players around him. Now, Kirk Cousins, he ain't no slouch in the skill position department, especially since they do have Justin Jefferson, the best wide receiver in the game, right? Meow. But, I mean, for Kirk, there really is no more excuses left. There really is nothing left for him to hang his hat on in terms of, oh, he can't do this because of that. No, I mean, the Vikings are set up for success in 2022. There's a reason why Kwesi and Kevin O'Connell kept the band together. There's a reason why they extended Kirk Cousins, because they feel like he gives them the best chance to win right now. And there are none, zero, goose egg, D'Angelo Russell excuses left for Kirk Cousins, because he finally has an offensive-minded head coach who doesn't hate his guts. He finally, he has had tier 1 playmakers all over the field, including the best wide receiver in the game. Offensive line, knocking on all the wood, is hopefully going to be greatly improved with the addition of Ed Ingram and Chris Reed and Jesse Davis. I wish that I had Jesse Davis's girl, as well as actually giving Wyatt Davis the time of day would be kind of nice. Also, schedule easier comparatively to other seasons, as well as the NFC being bombed out and depleted, and also the defense is hopefully going to be able to stop a Delaware wing team middle school team this year, as opposed to just being ass over the last 2 years. Because, yeah, everyone likes to poo-poo on Kirk Cousins, mainly through inertia, because he was easy to poo on in 2018, 2019. But over the last 2 years, the problem was the defense. That was it. I mean, the offense was perfectly fine. You could win some games and do something with the offense, as well as Kirk Cousins over the last 2 years. Well, after the bye week in 2020. But the defense has been ass. Thank you. Hopefully that will be improved. Hopefully, well, pass rush shouldn't be an issue. Stopping the run, hopefully that will be priority 1 with the new scheme and Ed Donatel. But, yeah, I mean, Kirk's out of excuses right now. And I understand that Kirk, his value is going to be depressed because of just the way that it's been, the last couple of years, and his reputation. Oh, we can't get it done in prime time, even though he won a Monday Night Football game. Oh, he's overpaid, even though he's now by average the 10th highest paid quarterback in the league, which is about where he should be. And I understand it's very easy to poo-poo on him, and it's much easier to prop up a guy like Dak because he plays for the Cowboys, prop up a guy like Derek Carr because he now has Devontae Adams, propping up the corpse of Matt Ryan because, oh, they're starting anew, blah, blah, blah. Matt Ryan almost won a Super Bowl. Congratulations. Former league MVP, yada, yada, yada. But it's okay. Kirk has zero excuses this time around, and a phenomenal, like tub-thumping Chumbawamba, he gets knocked down, but he gets up again. You're never going to keep him down. He sees it in 2022. All of a sudden, oh, Kirk Cousins and the Vikings, they have a top 5 offense. They have a top 10 defense. Special teams ain't kicking them in the nuts. Guess what? They won the division. Guess what? They won double-digit games. They won 12, 13, 14 games. Guess what? They're making noise in the playoffs. Guess what? They went to a Super Bowl. Guess what? They hoisted that Jerome Barty. And then guess what? A Super Bowl champione, Kirk Cousins next year. Where's he going to check in on this list? 14? Probably. It's probably how it goes, man. But your thoughts are our thoughts. The Athletic ranks Kirk Cousins as the 15th. 1-5 best quarterback in the National Football League. Okay. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skull Production Value.